Alright, hello and welcome back everyone. Round number 3, Team Eager once again going to be facing off against Noble Esports this time. Hindu teams did switch, apparently. Gonna go fix that on my end as well here.
Yeah, Noble left on the blue side, right side is going to be EGR for the red team. Sylvanas banned out by Noble straight away. Athena in response coming out from EGR. Back to Noble once again for what their second ban's going to be in this one.
And there's so many choices to ban out right now. It comes down to, like you said last game, you can't let the Serqet through. Are they going to pick up Serqet? They're going to ban out Serqet? And even if they do ban Serqet, what are Eager going to look for just to pick up instead? They're going to ban Shibalanke. If last game's anything to say, they might be looking for that first pick Serqet themselves, or they might be looking for a bit of a repeat of last game.
Well, Serqet is gonna be available as Bastet is taken off the table, one of the strong junglers right now, but not the strongest as a lot of people think Serqet is, and she kind of is. Her early game dominance is strong. Noble now have the option of what they're going to take first. They are going to take that Serqet away. So EGR, with leaving that available here, Zidon, that means they must have something up their sleeve to deal with it.
Yeah, I definitely hope so. Oh, Ao Kwang getting hovered over right now. He's frequently forgotten about. He's kind of like he's overshadowed by some of the other big name junglers, but he's very strong, very mobile, very sneaky, and who doesn't love seeing a giant dragon pop out of nowhere and fly up into the sky?
Yeah, we'll see if it is going to be Ao Kwang locked in here. They're currently still considering their option right now, still hovering it. Tolly's not even selected anything just yet, just thinking about it. Ooh, it's a very early looking hover onto Zhong.
With Serqet already locked in, Zhong, a Nemesis pickup would be a little unusual. They're going to switch the Ao Kwang out to a Geb. No Ao Kwang. I like seeing the dragon fly up into the air. That's just me, though. And with those two locked in, it's going to be the support Geb. Zhong is an interesting one. Typically, you have to be very concerned about that Nemesis pickup, kind of the quote-unquote hard counter to Zhong. But an early pickup like this, my question is, are they going to try and bait them and say, you know what, Zhong, we need to fit Nemesis somewhere, and try to force them into kind of, let's go with an unorthodox picks we don't necessarily want to have?
Well, like you said, when you pick up a Zhong or a Geb, you're looking for a Nemesis in the jungle, but Serqet being locked in already means that jungle options are limited. Maybe Nemesis, Serqet solo. I mean, Cyclone, Spin did it. Why can't another team do it in the solo lane with Serqet? It might not be as easy, though. But Zhong and Geb, what that does is set up a really tanky front line for EGR. Zhong going to go in there with the demons and cause a lot of issues, as well as have the shields from Geb if required. Oh! Ares and Rama going, but Nemesis gets locked in as well for EGR. That composition is looking nasty already.
Yeah, that's always your other option. You don't want the enemy team to be able to pick up Nemesis themselves, even if it would be a very odd solo line Nemesis. Well, you just pick it up yourself, and that quote-unquote hard counter is no longer a concern for you. And Nemesis on her own is just a very, very strong jungler. All the slows, stripping the protections with her Divine Judgment, and of course with that Swift Vengeance as well, plus the Retribution Shield. She can be so hard to lock down and kill herself, so it's usually a pretty strong pickup in the jungle.
Yeah, it really is. The one thing about this whole composition as well, Zidon, right, is that Zhong, a lot of people seem to think he's weak right now. He isn't. He has great sustain, on top of the fact that every single god of the mages that use Spear of the Magus in a core build are very strong still. They've actually increased in strength because they don't have to switch up their build like they used to. Penetration being taken off boots on mages means that the ones that naturally went Spear have the advantage now. Zhong is one of those with Spear. So, makes sense.
And kind of the icing on the cake is the fact that Recall Demons is spreading that Spear of the Magus passive all over the place about the team fight. Yes,
and the card, a passive, the card obviously ticking damage also applies it as well. So very nice composition coming out from EGR so far. We're in to the countdown phase is just ended there. You can see Artemis was taken away as well. They're focusing on Zapman with those bans there after picking up Rama. And it's going to be Neith coming out here for Zapman.
He's a pretty good pickup these days. With her Unravel, her 2. She's one of the better wave clear hunters these days, and with the fact that she gets a stain off it as well, she's pretty good in lane. The World Weaver offers a decent bit of global presence as well, fired off across the map. Somebody has to either body block it or someone's getting stunned and taking a decent chunk of damage. She's pretty strong, despite kind of always being like the benchmark hunter, if you will. The kind of everyone knows how to play her. There's really not a lot you can do with her beyond like, okay, I played Neith, I know how she works, and I really can't do anything else with her because that's all there is.
She's very safe in lane, but she has a good matchup against Rama 1v1 as well, just because her Unravel reduces attack speed. Rama relies a lot on attack speed as well in this game. But on top of that, Neith also has that World Weaver, which puts map presence on as well. So Zapman can get involved in the fights without even being in the fight itself, especially with the likes of Zhong and Nemesis. There's definitely kill potential available if he can set up a nice combo with that stun from the World Weaver as well. Dertika's last to pick here. They're probably looking for a solo lane. I expect Lasses will be playing the Zhong mid. It could be, you know, a solo lane Zhong here, but it's Agni versus Zhong, which is an okay matchup for the Zhong there. And yeah, it looks like they're going to hover onto a Bakasura and lock it in.
Yeah, I'm liking the Bakasura. It's going to be that's a bit of extra frontline damage. Zhong is not typically what you'd consider a frontliner, but he wants to pop recall demons. He gets all extra protection. He's going to be running amok in the enemy team anyway, so he's not a quote-unquote frontliner, but I believe a cat just broke something somewhere in the house. I apologize if that came through. Zhong is, he's in the middle of the enemy team. He's drawing fire. They need to kill him or he's doing a ton of damage. That affords them the option to say, let's put an assassin in the solo lane, do even more damage while they're busy and distracted by Zhong. He can use his takedown, leap into melee range, pop Regurgitate, and just kill somebody like Rama, like Agni, who otherwise, they're already distracted. So I like that Bakasura pickup.
Yeah, the Bakasura pickup is going to be good. I like the Batz in the solo lane as well, because that's going to be able to cause a few issues for EGR. Their composition is like get into a big team fight, group everybody all together, destroy them with the ghosts of Lasses. Totally is going to be there with the Regurgitate doing AoE damage as well. Nemesis is going to be slowing them all, keeping them all pinned in, and Geb with the knockups, the Cataclysm as well, just looking for the big wombo. And then Batz does the exact opposite. That says, no, get away, shoot. That's the game plan from Noble Esports in this one. They're going to look for picks more than anything. Their whole composition is about picks more than anything else, whereas EGR seems very, very team fight orientated.
Indeed. My question's going to be, are Team Eager going to look for another big early invade, shut down that Batz early in lane, and keep him down and out? Or will they look for more balanced play? We have about 2 minutes or so left on that anti-ghost timer, guys. We're going to cut to a quick little break. Stick around, enjoy the music. We'll be back as soon as we possibly can. Alright guys, hello and welcome back. We're into round 3. Noble Esports facing off this time against Team Eager. We'll see if they can kind of keep that little reign of terror going, or if Team Noble Esports have something to say about it. It looks like right now, they're grouping up on this right-hand side of the jungle, Hindu.
They're looking for a pick on this right-hand side of the map. I guess they're looking for someone to come out and ward early, look for an early invasion. The problem is they just all stepped on a ward. Yeah. And that's going to be the engage over with. There's not going to be a pickup here for Noble to find. EGR just playing very passively. There was no one on that side of the map anyway, even if they did try and collapse. So, unfortunate for Noble. They tried to make a play though, which I'm happy about. The grouping at the level 1 is something we've not seen too much of. I expect more of it going forwards in these games, especially because people just chill at the buffs.
Yeah, it's one of the things. Season 2, it's still fairly new. A lot of people, it's like, hey, yeah, it's always risky. Unless you have like one of these obvious things, like a Hercules, a Chunga, an Aphrodite, someone who is really heavily reliant on mana early on. It's like, we might steal away a little gold, a little experience. We don't have time to go back to base and buy stuff up, so it's like,
Ooh. Ares started with Hog, Blink, Boots 1. So, he's not got, he's also gone for the full health potion combo as well, so going for those boots gives him a little bit more mobility in this. The Vanguard means he's not as tanky as he would like to be in this lane, because if he goes for this poke, he's going to eat a lot of minion damage at the start of this. That's one thing Vanguard does, is allow you to soak the archer damage at the beginning and not take as much damage from them. So if he goes aggressive on this lane, which is a possibility, they can put the pressure on, he's going to eat a lot of poke.
I think that was all in the they wanted that early game fight, that early game pick, and unfortunately for Ares, Geb has the Mark of the Vanguard, and with all that small little dot damage coming out of both the Shackles and the Searing Flesh, Mark of the Vanguard is like the perfect item going up against an Ares. And, well,
exactly, I mean, Searing Flesh is fantastic. It is fantastic. For Detica rotating mid very, very early in this one. Agni's a little bit overextended here, but he's not going to get aggressed on by Dare. He's just going to focus on the minions. Agni playing very safe haste, just backing away, wait for the minions to come in. But early aggression from EGR on the left-hand side, going to look for the back Harpies steal away, which is going to deny some jungle experience from Noble.
The little things like this can start the game going forward. There's really no opportunity right now for any real big, huge plays. Agni in the mid lane has that Path of Flames. You really can't look to catch him out.
That's really smart by Serqet. Serqet's been really intelligent here. They know she did the back Harpies, so she's going to go and take them away, but Agni just used Path of Flames. And Agni's going to be a casualty of war. He should have known that you could see Dedicare was probably still in that sort of area. It's a shame because if he didn't get picked there, Serqet made the right counterplay to deal with the invasion that just happened to try and put her behind an experience. And now she's not going to be able to do anything more than that. Just going to have to rotate back mid and soak some experience here in a 2v1.
Yeah, on the red lane as well, Crazy Toaster just kind of lost the trade there with Anatoly. Had the help of the minion waves. Batz just ended up kind of dancing around trying to avoid as much damage as possible. He has potions ticking away still. He's going to be okay in lane. But he has to watch out. Hand the gods just used by both these gods. Anatoly used that taken, looking to get him back into range. But no ultimates online yet. Can't look to use that Regurgitate to apply pressure on the tower.
Big issues in the left-hand lane for Noble now, though. They've gone aggressive in this lane a couple of times, and now hi-rez is out of mana pots. He's popped the last of them right now. It's ticking away on him. It should get him up to about 75% health, I suspect, as he popped 2 in one go, panicking. And that means that he'll be sustained a bit, but they're losing these trades. It's not working out, going for these boots rush here, Zayden, so far. And that means he's going to be sustaining a little bit less.
I said the one big thing they could look for that blink, no escape here at level 5, but they are behind. Ultimates for Geb and Neith are going to be online before the no escape or Astral Barrage, so it's in a rough spot. Crazy Toaster over that right lane once again, forced back behind his tower. Regurgitate minions chasing him down even further. He is forced way back in lane. Serqet's looking for a bit of pressure onto Aurora, finding that rotation halfway over, but yeah, Serqet's saying, nah, I'm just going to go look for this Neith over in the left lane. She's on her own right now. Backflip, not yet used. She'll have that option to
Is
run
it
away.
worth,
There
though?
it goes.
Is it worth trying to gank Neith there? Oh, that's unfortunate. The last breath and the minion went for the gank, didn't find it. But was it really worthwhile? They lost both mid Harpies because of that to Team Eager. Even if they got the kill, they still would have come out behind in terms of experience as well.
Yeah, so overall, probably not worth it. It's going to come down to, things so far are looking a little bit better than that last game we watched. Noble Esports, Team Eager didn't have that early game invade. They're not looking to run away with this game quite yet. Noble Esports, kind of buckle down, relax, look to make proper, well-made calls. And, like I said, gank on Neith, it was there.
Right side.
Last breath had connected, could have been big, but there's the World Weaver coming in. I don't want to say not going to have enough. Okay. Every time I say not enough damage with the World Weaver, I am wrong about it. They have like 3/4 of the health, it'll kill them. It's like, oh yeah, and Neith was level 20 for some reason 5 minutes into the game. How did that happen? She did that much damage, but I digress. Mid lane, 3-man grouping up by Noble Esports, Team Eager. Last is not too concerned about that. Zhong at this point in the game has pretty darn good wave clear. There's the blink no escape,
blink
though.
kid from hi-rez, though. Yeah, he's going to go for the no escape, pull him into a bomb straight after. Lass is in a bit of trouble. He did just use Exorcism to sustain a little bit, but the damage is actually starting to rain down on him. He's going to get out, though, is he?
Yes, he will. Oh no, Divine Judgment coming around the side. It looks like hi-rez is about to fall here as well. Dedicare finds the kill onto Agni. That's going to be a 2-for-1 going in the favor of Team Eager. Noble Esports, I always love seeing these teams make the plays, but you have to be so careful when you don't know exactly where people are. Finding a kill is great, unless they immediately rotate in on you, collapse in, and find themselves 2 kills to exchange. At that point, it's just not really worth it anymore. And if 4 minutes.
It was a nice pick attempt coming out from hi-rez, but it's not paid off. He's also rushing sovereignty here, so he's gone for less mobility. He's gone for less sustain without having a vanguard at the start. Got to rush a sovereignty, which is great for himself in terms of survivability, but his mobility is going to be lacking. Yep, it's going to be the there's a Finno Evil.
They're looking for the Anatoly kill, and they will find it. Nemesis was on her way over, but it was too little too late for that one. Looks like Serqet for a moment there might have been looking for some double slice and dice. Comes out though, crazy in a spot of trouble. Good cover skills from Serqet, keep him alive. Can they find his kill in time? Retribution should have absorbing some of this damage. The damage coming out. Can they kill Dedicare? There's a swift vengeance, but the ambush, the chase. There's Deathbane, not going to connect. The slice and dice misses as well, but the archer with the execute in the end.
Minion
that was a crazy crazy chase.
Respect the archers at 5 minutes in, backwards and forwards. Meanwhile, though, Neith does get taken down. Zapman dies to a rotation once again from Agni. Good rotation from Agni over there to support and put the pressure on. Lasses wasn't available to support that one as he was just coming back and farming up that mid wave up after picking up his red buff. They're going for a fast Gold Fury here, Zayden. Can they pick it up in time is the question, because Zhong is here. They've not seen him yet.
Recall Demons. They're going to have to force the reset on Gold Fury. The damage coming right now off of Zhong is insane. Dedicare finds Crazy Toaster on the right lane as well. World Weaver from Zapman all the way from base finds the kill onto hi-rez. Right now, Ram's looking to run away, but Gilly is here. There's the Cobra Skits, Deathbane. No recall demons to help him out. They answer one back. Noble Esports right now are kind of going toe-to-toe with Eager.
They are kind of going toe-to-toe, but if you look at the experience in gold, it's still in favor of EGR. Yeah. They're still doing and coming out on top of this. They may be getting the picks, but they're not getting the backup after it. Aurora uses rollout, trying to catch onto that Rama recalling. backs away. The red buff does go to Team Noble there for the time being. It's 4-5, but like you said, you know, they might be going toe-to-toe and winning duels, but they're not winning in golden experience gained.
A lot of that also has come from those Harpy camps in the mid lane. I believe all 4 of them so far have gone the way of Team Eager. That's a lot of golden experience to be losing early on in this matchup.
I mean, just take those mythic harpies and that first blood is the small advantage in the first blood because the additional gold you get. That's the big difference right now in the gold lead right now, and it's working in their favor. Definitely.
Looking at the current state of the stuff right now, Bancroft's Talon finished off quite early on Zhong, even more sustained, but more importantly, a lot of extra magical damage coming out of that. When he's using all those protections from the Demon Bag to keep himself alive in the middle of a fight, his recall demons is going to hurt a hell of a lot more. Bit of a skirmish left side of the jungle right now.
Cataclysm was also used as well. Agni gets a little bit caught out. Nemesis chasing onto that. Backflip from Zapman, trying to get away from the snipes from Rama. Does do so for now. Still trading. Agni does get out. In the left-hand side, though, it looks like we may see Serqet was cut out of position. Now she's not. Now she is. She's going to get bursted down by Lassus along with her teammate, with Rama. And now Ares can only follow my lead as he goes down as well.
Yeah, Batz looking for kill. Fury was dropped down. Unfortunately, he does not yet have the damage he's looking for. Under his tower, his Lassus might be a little out of position here. He's trying to find that kill. BKS does find it, but will pay for it as well. Bakasura rotating over from that solo lane, trying to find Crazy Toasters. Will find it. 7-minute, 55-second deicide coming out by Team Eager right now. This is likely going to be a gold Fury on as well. I said, kind of going toe-to-toe. Team Eager just kind of turns a little bit more in their favor.
It's going to take him a little bit of time to do this goal through, but not much, with Butcher Blades being available for them on Bakasura, so there's no chance for Ares to get back here and secure this one. Gold Fury goes in favour of Eager, and that's going to be 4,000 gold lead, 7,000 experience lead at 8 minutes in. Like I said, the kills are kind of not too bad for Noble, but they're just losing out overall.
Yeah. Warding is actually looking... There's a lot of wards in inventories right now. I think this is kind of like the third wave of warding, second set of wards just falling off. There's not that many wards placed down. Only 1 so far from Gab, only 2 from Ares, third one was just placed. I think a lot of these fights by Noble have kind of been a little messy just because they haven't had that vision on Eager.
There's been a lot of focus on trying to shut down this Zhong in the mid lane, but the problem is that Lassus has still been involved in 9 of the kills out of 10, and he's only died 3 times, so he's making an impact in this even though they're going aggressive on him and trying to pick him off. He's been the most person to die on the Team Vega. He's still doing a good job and doing what his role is supposed to be.
Zapman on that left side was just caught out, no escape, pulled him back in, up in the air, Astral Barrage coming down, but the first shot from that snipe gonna be just a nick of time as that shield fell off. Juniper in the spot of trouble though, trying to run away. Recall Demon's out. Last is about to find a kill onto Lou, and he will. 2 kills once again. Last is getting the double. Noble are looking for plays and kills and whatever picks and everything they can find. Oh, actually, Gilly trying to answer one straight back. That's stepping coming in. Will unfortunately not make it out. The shockwave from Aurora on the tail end of the fight finds yet another one. Noble are finding fight after fight, but every time they do, they get a couple kills, and Eager immediately turn the fight over on its head and answer back with them.
That's just about rotations more than anything else. The picks are good from Noble, but the rotations from Eager are just too strong for them to handle. Lassus rotated immediately from mid lane, then turned that fight on its head like a sixpence, and now because of that, they're going to find both mid harpies available once again for their golden experience pleasure.
I'm at least slightly happy today. Solo lane, these guys at least got that memo that there's supposed to be an island and not a lot of stuff supposed to be going on over there. They smack each other a couple times, but for the most part, leaving each other alone. Right now, that said, Anatoly leaving that solo lane, found BKS in the jungle, Path of Flames, Emiliu's Divine Judgment coming out, Slice and Dice interrupted by the stun. Dare to Care picks that up, the Monkey is here, dropping the Fear and Weevil, trying to give chase. Gilly looking to close this in, Last Breath should be available here. Actually, ooh, it's already used up from the last fight. 30 seconds on the cooldown from that one. That could have been a kill otherwise, but Bakasura is going to go ahead and strolls on his way on out of that jungle.
Yeah, that was just all baiting in BK Haste and that Agni. They forced him to use the dash, and immediately Nemesis was just waiting there in the jungle. Dare to Care, correct positioning on that one, just waiting patiently for him to use the Path of Flames and then initiate afterwards, knowing Agni had no way of escaping. Meanwhile, left though, Zapman going to steal away this purple buff, or at least attempt to. Rama's going to come around and find it. He knows it's going on. Zap doesn't know yet. He does now that he just got hit in the arrow to the back of his neck. But Zapman does secure it, and now they're going to duel.
Yep, boxing back and forth. Right now, Ram should have the advantage. Zaman's landing the hits, doing the damage. Mid lane, Lassus finds the kill. Juniper, Astral Barrage up, trying to get the hits. First and third do miss. Gilly looking for the combo. Beads popped. Last Breath riding around on that Neith, about to find the kill. The poison taken away. Gilly answers one back over here, but they're about to be closing from behind.
Rotations, one more time. There's the shockwave coming out from Aurora. Lassie's going to chase into the tower here. Apply the card to both targets. Exorcism secures one. He can chase onto the Serqet if he wants to, but if he goes any deeper, he's going to be in a world of trouble because here comes a monkey.
Yep, he's right on his heels. There's the overhand smash. Lassa is going to be taking a decent bit of damage, but Crazy Toaster needs to turn tail and run away right now. BKS was there to help him out, but the health bars were too low to go into that 2v3. I think overall that went 1-for-1 in the end. So Noble Esports coming out even on that particular fight. When you're behind, of course, that's a small victory going your way, provided you don't lose anything on the back of it.
Is it even? Because Zhong's coming round again. Oh, that was a little bit late coming round. He was thinking about it.
It would have been scary, but tail end for it. Oh, actually, left side supports. It's a wet noodle fight on the dual lane. As long as you don't lose anything on the back of it, just a straight kill for kill.
Agni's dead.
Oh yeah.
World Weaver across the map with a combination of Dare to Care with the slice and dice and a card from Lasses. Picks up Agni in mid lane again. The compression this mid lane once more. Lasses going to soak up some more experience here. Heal himself back to full with that exorcism. As you see on your screens now, he should be able to bring down this tower if he chooses. He's going to play safe though and back away looking for some items.
Yep, over in the right lane, Crazy Toaster taking a bit of damage. The Hand of the Gods coming down by Anatoly, wanting to stop any extra damage. Takedown to give chase. Gilly is here to help out. Fino will drop down, look and turn us around. Anatoly bit off more than he can chew that time over. Crazy Toaster, with the help of Gilly, get another kill on the board for Noble Esports. That was the position they needed. Gilly was on the right side of the map at the right time. And it just worked out well for Noble in that particular instance.
Well, 15 seconds until the next Gold Fury comes up right now. Experience lead of 10k for Eager, along with a 5k gold lead. The next Gold Fury is very important, as are the mid camps. And talking about them, they're due up soon. But Blinking, Cataclysm, the no escape has been popped immediately by the Ares. That was really a nice play from him. But Aurora can tank these tower shots for days, and the tower's going to go down. Zapman looking for the double kill here, has to backflip now. Got to judge the actual barrage, got to judge two. Sorry, out of the three, but now Serqet arrives.
Serqet with the Cobra's Kiss, stepping combo finds a kill. They're all closing in on his Gab. They're trying to find his kill before anyone else falls. Could be a nice double. Lou will pick that one up and put another set of kills on the board.
Boys.
They need to go for it. Lassus, they have vision on him. They know where he is. The pings just came out on him. They have to be careful about this. Both Ares and Ram are fairly low on health.
Just go. I'm trying to get Eager and Noble Esports here to get themselves back in this one so we get a really good game. They should have started this one earlier. They've given Lasses some time. The wards have gone down. The blink away from Ares to escape. Lasses blinks him into a Dare to Care, who runs in and goes aggressive. Rama's going to go down. Zhong is doing work to continue with the ghost. Now totally gets over to the fight too. Watch out for Regurgitate. It'll come eventually.
Yeah, they just waited too long on this one. They're looking to give chase, find more kills. World Wave across the map does find Gilly in the mid lane. Slice, and that's going to narrowly miss. Serqet just so mobile. Crazy Toaster manages to leap out, but now Team Eager in a position to go for this Gold Fury. Hinder, you called it the need to go for that Gold Fury. They were concerned about Lassus. They had that vision on him, and that moment of indecision cost them another set of kills. Or deaths.
They really did. That whole play over in the dual lane was fantastic. They pick up Zapman, they picked up Aurora. They had the opportunity to get a Gold Fury and get themselves back in this one, but they were so worried about Lassus rotating into this fight that they just hung around, waited too long on the call, let Lassus get himself in a better position along with Dare to Care and Toli to come in, and it just made it go in their favor. Now they're going to get the Gold Fury and extend their lead, and all that work has just been undone in a matter of seconds.
You're talking about the lead up to about 8,000 gold right now for Team Eager. Experience as well. You can start seeing those level differences coming out. In some cases, mid lane, Zhong Lassus is currently 6 levels ahead of Agni. That is huge. Just the they're scaling on the abilities themselves. Lassus is doing so much more damage than Agni. Speaking of damage, though, Zapman left side taking a bit from Gilly, boxing back with Ram is here to help. It looks like it's going to be enough. Agni sticking in, getting himself on that kill right at the end with that flame wave. The little picks are what they need, get the kills, look for something eventually, but nevertheless, a little bit of gold here and there never hurts.
Well, with not many people being on the left-hand side of the map, you can see the Baka and Geb here can group up, try and push in on this left-hand tower, but overhand smashes clear the wave so very quickly. They can't keep the pressure on for long. Lassie is trying to put the pressure onto mid lane as well. They're hanging around this right-hand side jungle. There's not much available in it right now, but the Fire Giant is online.
It is. Some grouping over there, some wards placed down, and I also cleared out. The Fire Giant itself, I don't believe is warded up, and this is like right under the Fire Giant. Can't see. He's got his like little pants, dress, skirt thing, whatever the hell he has on the lower half of his body. Might be hiding a ward, but can't. I don't know.
So, with Lassus' build here, he's gone for Gem of Isolation. No penetration online in this build yet. Bit of cooldown reduction. He's gone for the full, I'm going to slow you forever, as we see Dare to Care pick up a kill into Rama. They're going to swing around, though, for Gilly in the jungle, who's trying to do this red buff. Lassus is actually going to try and reset this one. They're going to bait a fight because Aurora's around the corner, too.
I think definitely look for Blink is available for Geb, as is the Cataclysms. Could be a big initiation for them. The buff was secured successfully, and it looks like Gilly with that ambush going to leap out to safety. Over on the right side, the boxing match on once again. Crazy Toaster taking a bit from Anatoly. He's looking to shred him apart. That true damage off the Butcher Blades definitely helping out a whole lot. Odysseus' bow and Ichval picked up on Bakasura as well. That's going to be absolutely crazy. Crazy Toaster's running. With the free drop down, looking to buy himself some time, but he's low.
Bait into the counter bait. Bait into the counter bait. You saw him trying to wait for the Fear No Evil. Crazy Toaster didn't want to jump his leap with Somersault, because if he did, immediately Bakasura will close the gap as well with takedown, and then they're going to close it in. But the problem is he popped the Fear No Evil exactly the same time as Baka used Regurgitate, so no dice there. Mid lane getting pressure though, blinking, Cataclysm from Marauder, no escape used as well by Ares. Ares is now surrounded by 3, but Gilly is here.
Yep. Looks like they're about to disengage off this one. They want this tower in the mid lane more so than the little kills here and there. Kills are always great, but the objectives are what win the games. There's the Divine Judgment coming down to Rama, immediately going up in the Astral Barrage, trying to make sure he doesn't take any ensuing damage. He's going to drop down some damage on his Zapman. He's going to use that Unravel immediately, get a little bit of health back. During the middle of that little chase, notice that Bakasura had picked up that Odysseus' bow and the Ichval. He is going to be doing a ton of damage. The Butcher Blades, plus all that attack speed, plus the Odysseus' bow, spreading around AoE damage in a fight. It's roughly, not quite doubling your attack speed almost, but it's roughly increasing your attack speed by 50 to 60% if that Odysseus' bow chain lightning effect hits 4 people. It's a bit of an insane item.
Grouping together now are Eager. They've took the tier 2 in the middle. They're looking for the one on the right hand side. Here comes Noble to defend. Can they find some defense though? Not this time round. Full disengage from Eager. Maybe they'll bait the Fire Giant now. Noble should know that that's a possibility. They could be walking into a bait here, so they're taking it very slow at going around there. Realise they're not going for it. Eager just continue to strip away jungle.
I don't know if Noble Esports have actually picked up a single mid Harpy camp this game.
I don't think they have either, actually. Yeah. I think you're completely straight up true about that. And you can see that experiencing gold now, 17,500, 11,000 gold as well. Yeah. Eager, full control again. Full control of this game. They had it last game. That was more down to picks and bans. This game as well, it kind of felt like they baited them into picking that Serqet so they could go for the full combo of Zhong, Queen, Geb, which, you know, generally when you see a Zhong, Queen, and Geb on a team, you look to pick up Nemesis in the jungle. But if you pick a Serqet early, you can't do that. Unless you're going to put Serqet somewhere more unorthodox.
Noble Esports, gotta give them credit where credit's due. This is definitely a bit of a slower bleed overall than we saw that last game. They're doing better overall, but like you touched on earlier, it's down to rotations, it's down to the team fights. Eager are a very experienced seasoned team. They know what they're doing. The communication, I'm sure if we could listen in to them, it is absolutely spot on. Who is where are they going? They know exactly what's going on across the map at all times, and just that knowledge and communication, I'm sure, is what is a huge factor in the lead they have right now. Divine Judgment mid lane onto Ares, no escape popped, but burst down so quickly there, Hindu.
Yep, really, really quick. It cost them 2 ultimates, but what they did know is that Rama was on the left-hand side anyway, so even if they burnt a lot of ultimates and it didn't go perfectly, Ares would have to go back to base, and now the assault for the Fire Giants on. Rama stayed for the tier 2. There's no Hog 3 on the enemy team other than Ares, and Noble not going to try and even defend this one.
Rom's going to take an in tower over in that left lane, but that Fire Giant went down free. Even if, you know, Agni would have been really the only one there to deter, you know, Serqet as well, a good last breath, you know, could have potentially deterred them, but 2v5 with the health bars as full as they were on Eager, they would have just looked to turn around, stun them out, burst them down, kill them, and just turn their faces right back to the Fire Giant and keep on going from where they were a moment ago. So
well, 4 members of Eager are grouped to the right-hand side, looking for the Phoenix now. Backflip already used by Zapman, preemptive with that to be able to use the Spirit Arrow onto it to explode it for a big stun. Nice little bit of damage coming out from Serqet there. Will we see any more aggression?
Yeah, she's going to use that ambush and leap on out of this one. Serqet, you can do a lot of burst damage, but you have to be the one initiating. If you're kind of taking a little bit of damage, you pop an ability back, you can still look to do damage, but their team is going to be expecting it, and they're going to look to burst you down immediately the second you try something. So I like the fact that Gilly said, you know, back up, I'll heal, look to defend this right side Phoenix. 5 Fire Giant belts on the side of Team Eager right now as well. They'll need every little bit of help they can get from the likes of that Phoenix.
Just be ready for Aurora. Keep an eye on him. If he blinks and goes, the team will follow immediately. The minions have pushed in. They have to stand soon.
Divine Judgment coming out. Aurora in the middle is taking up a lot right now. You're going to be able to drop down and look at these picks, but they're going for the support. I don't know if that's the wise option right here. First kill, last is the Recall Demons coming out for big damage. There's a double, there's a triple coming out. Cleaning up. Was that the Quadra on the tail? No,
one's in the air. One's in the air.
Ram's
Zapman.
still up.
Scumbag Zapman
steals
steals
that one
away the Quadra. The Phoenix does go down on the right now. Can they look to end immediately? Looks like that's what they're going to try and do. Eager have had enough of this game already. They're like, boys, let's go in. We're tanky enough. We're strong enough to bring this down. Agni is only going to be able to jump up and down in celebration of the fact that he got to face one of the biggest teams in the Challenger scene now.
Yep.
And Eager's going to move on.
That last team fight, I feel, came down to the fact that Eager they focused too much on Aurora in that fight. If you can burst a support down instantly early on in the game, it can work out pretty well overall for you. Words are hard. You remove a lot of crowd control from the fight. This late in the game, he had the Heart Ward Amulet. He had the Wing Blade. Aurora was not going to be dropping quickly. They dumped everything they had at Aurora, and that left everybody else just to go crazy and clean up in that fight. I think that was like the real big deciding factor. It would have been a tough defense regardless of that, but that was, I feel, the big deciding factor in that final fight.
Oh, for sure. Really well played by both the teams. Noble put up a really good fight in terms of their skirmishes and their fights to at least trade. But the rotations got better as the game went on. They just fell behind on mid-camp rotations. Got baited a little bit into the Serqet pick, so it set Eager up for a decent composition for themselves for the most part. Guys, we'll be back again with Eager's next round game. We're going to follow them all the way through to the go out, and whoever knocks them out, if they get knocked out, we will move on to following that team up until they get knocked out. If they get knocked out, we'll be right back after a very short break.